Hi everyone, how are you? Hi, my name is Emily and this is Wipu, my partner in crime and cooking. So, so we do welcome everyone. So I'm a little bit nervous at the moment. I don't know. I think because Wipu is such a professional, so he actually made me nervous standing beside him. So yeah, today we are going to show. Today we are actually at the APT10. I'm very very proud to be here presenting two of my favorite dishes together with Wipu. So which is my Singapore chili crab and also the roast duck laksa that is absolutely everyone's favorite when it comes to my restaurant at Emily Your Restaurant in Paddington. So yeah, and also let me introduce the Auslan interpreter and also there's a live stream over here. And welcome to that. All right, so
Yes.
let's get started. So
Yes.
tell me about what you're going to cook today.
Before that,
Okay. Wow, okay.
oh, sorry.
It's all right. You
We
got that.
actually live stream on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
so we
okay.
have 100 people here. If you're not in their space, if you're not on YouTube, we have 1,000,000 people watching right now. So I would take this opportunity to say hello to my friends in Thailand. สวัสดีครับต้องกระปอนกิ่ง Would you like to say hello to your friends in Malaysia?
Yes, I would say selamat kabar, or I would say sawadika.
Sawadika,
Sawadika to all
yeah.
people
There are
from
a few Thai people
Thailand.
here, yeah.
And hello, guys. Hi, mate. That's all I say to all the Australians. Hi, mate.
Hi, Mom. I'm on TV.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, that's very confusing. When I first come to Australia, who is Mike?
Oh, actually, what was more confusing about no worries, mate. I was
Yeah,
like,
like, who
I
are you
never
talking to?
worry.
Anyway, okay. Your question is what I'm going to cook today.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a spicy tuna sandwich.
Ooh.
Yes, this is the recipe my mom teach me before I come to Australia, so I won't get hungry. So at least I know how to open the tuna can. And another dish
That was
is
the first skill I ever learned when I came to Australia as well, because I can't
Yeah.
even open the can.
Yeah,
Because I was
what?
very shocked.
It's a culture shock because in Thailand we have like kind of this little thing and you turn and then the can go around.
Yes,
But here you put it on top.
I know what you mean.
I was like working like this for ages until my Australian friend come. What are you doing? So I feel so stupid.
All right, first thing first, what you are doing, do you want to start first or I want to start
Yes.
first, or we can go together?
I can start while you are doing your hot plate.
Okay,
So
yep.
what I have here is tuna can. This is tuna can, and is in brine, not in oil because we are on diet. Look at my figures.
Yeah.
So we have a can of tuna can.
All right, can I show
got
off something
confused.
as well when I come here? So,
Oh my goodness.
all right, so I have something. So, warning, this is still alive, so don't get scared. Okay, if anyone can't watch this one, let me know. Okay, or you can pull up your name. You can't watch this one. Okay, so this is my crab. So this is one of my favorite crab from my supplier, and it's from Hervey Bay. Harvey Bay actually, it's Hervey. For some reason, I always pronounce it as Hervey Bay, but it's actually Harvey Bay mud crab. Is this beautiful crab? Is 1.5 to 1.6 kilo,
Wow.
and it is best seasoned at the moment, and that is why I thought that today I'm going to make this Singapore chili crab. All right, so this is well seasoned. So what I'm doing now is try to season the wok before I can spice up the spices.
How do you season the wok?
So how do I season the wok? Okay, so
I
this,
never done one before.
Okay, so this baby is already sleeping. So
Yes.
if you see it crawling and running away, please let me know. Okay, so it has been put in the fridge, freezer for half an hour to put them to sleep because we like to treat it humanely. So how I season the wok is so if you can see the wok is smoking. So what first thing is you obviously turn on the gas.
Right.
And because this is the cast iron, so
Yep.
you need to obviously
So how do
season it.
you know if it's hot or not? Do you put
so
your
when
finger
it's smoking
in?
hot like me,
Yes.
that is ready.
Oh.
And if this one this is also smoking hot, it's very heavy smoking
Yes.
hot like you, that is ready. So this one is smoking now, so which means this
Wow.
is ready. Once you've done that, and a bit of oil. Normally in the restaurant, we have a bigger wok than this one. Put that.
Yes.
So how we season while it's smoking. So
Wow.
obviously and you don't need to make it like really, 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 really smoking. Otherwise, when you put the oil, it's going to cause fire. So once you see the smoking point here, you see how this smoke come out,
Yes.
which means it's ready. So because this is cast iron, I'm not too worried about it. So
And you can handle it, not hot?
yeah, it should be
The
fine. If you
handle.
think the handle is too hot to handle,
Yeah.
here you are. You get that
clever.
one. So we always have a tea towel ready in the kitchen or
Oh.
whenever. All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you seasoning your wok.
All right, so that one. So this is how you season your wok. See how it's nice and shining? And you are not going to worry about the spices or eggs or anything. Stick to the pan.
Right. So
All right.
back to my tuna. I
Right.
have the shallot, red onions. So what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to chop it really fine. Emily?
Yes.
Do you have any tips how to chop onions without crying?
Without crying,
Yeah.
wear a go-go.
What?
Wear a go-go.
Not very. I was expecting something more exciting.
So the trick is to get a very, very sharp knife. Your knife has to be really sharp to slice it so that
Yep.
you just cut through it without bruising it.
Right. You
So
want to show me how
obviously-
to do it?
Okay.
Is
Don't
it
do
sharp?
this at home.
Okay.
So that one obviously is actually it's quite all right actually.
Oh my God, it's so thin.
So you do it like that.
So I don't need blender anymore.
If not, you can use my knife, the bigger
Oh,
one.
can you show me how to use the big
and
knife?
this is more like my favorite.
Wow.
So you can just chop because in the kitchen you normally don't really have a lot of time, so you need to be really, really quick.
So
Yeah.
how do you protect your hand without chopping it? When you chop it really fast like that?
That's a good question, actually. I never thought about that.
Oh, okay. Oh well. So
Yeah.
that's how professional way to do it, and this is how we do it at home.
All right. So
I don't even put my finger near the knife.
All right. So Wipu,
Yes.
while you are doing your chopping, I
Yes.
will just introduce the other dish. So now that I've introduced my crab, I should name my crab actually, but I don't know what it name. Maybe I could name it Emily. Okay. This is actually I will name my husband's name Ting.
Oh,
okay?
that's appropriate.
Okay. So this is Ting, by the way. My
Is
husband's name
this,
is Ting.
is this how you release your stress at work and from home? Name your crab and then chop it.
I will show you how I actually treat the crab in a way
Yeah.
that not just help you to release the stress, but it's also really, really therapeutic actually.
Sure.
So, yeah. So, and then this is the roast duck from my restaurant. It's our house roast duck, house smoked duck. So this one is ready for my laksa later. So which I'm going to start with my crab at the moment. Just hands up if anyone afraid of looking into killing the crab. Is anyone all right with it? Is already all right with it? All right, so first thing first, I will show you how to do the crab. So first, in the middle, you see how, I know there's a lot of way to do it. Sometimes people like to do like that, and then open up the whole shell, and some people like to do it. But in my way, the way that make my life easier, you don't want it to move because it's actually quite, because of the chopping board, it's actually quite
Slippery?
slippery. Yes,
Yes.
sorry, slippery. So I'm going to put a tea towel on the top. So it has already been putting asleep. In the middle, here, think about who offended you today.
Not
Who you
me,
hate
please.
the
Not
most,
my name.
okay? So who you hate the most, and this is your best time to release your stress. And I promise you, after that, you'll be like, ah. So 3 steps. And then you can actually pull it out from here, okay?
Whoa.
So that's how you do it.
Do you
So
go to
keep-
gym often?
This is my gym, okay? In the kitchen is
Really
my gym.
strong bicep.
So this is the juice, and everything is called tromali. So keep the tromali because they are the umami.
Ah.
They are the umami. All right. So 3 step, very easy, is that's it. Okay. Do you want to try that?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm
so,
happy
yeah.
with like my slow shopping.
Do you want to try it?
I will try your finished plate.
Not a problem at
Yes.
all. So yeah, this
Yes.
is how you do the crab. And sometimes don't be afraid when some of the legs come out. So you see all these tips, they are pretty sharp when you eat
Yes.
it. So just
It's not
cut
good
it off.
eating it.
No, yeah, not really actually, but they, yeah, that's a stromali. So I'm just looking for a colander.
Okay, while you're doing that, I chop very fine onions here.
Not a problem. I will let you do the job, and I will
I
continue
just
to do that.
put it in to tuna. So I normally use small tuna can. So I have like maybe one of the shallot. What it does is give kind of tangy flavors. Here, it's not done yet. I need to put some lime. So I'm cut the lime. Do you have any tips on how to cut limes? Is this a good way to cut?
Okay, so the best way to do the lime,
Yes?
there's a couple of ways to do it.
Okay.
So first,
Oh, so
I
this
would
is...
do it like that, so that
This
it
is
actually
all-
release the juice.
Yeah, I did that, so
Okay,
I
that's
know
good.
something,
Okay.
yes?
So either you cut it in the middle,
Okay.
depending on how you want to present. For presentation, this will be the best way to be, because this is the place where it has got the most juice.
Yes.
So you can actually keep the whole thing later on for
Right.
use, or you can cut it in the middle, half,
Yeah.
the wedges. You see how this line here?
Yes?
Cut it off.
Huh.
And so that it's easier for you
To squeeze?
it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
So with while you're cutting the lime, I'll just show you. Thank you. Oh, oops. Thank you. So this is all the gills and everything. Obviously, we don't want the gills. So
You don't eat it like the gill?
no, you don't eat it. So actually, when you do that, be careful with the claws because they can be. Sometimes they will actually snap you. It's just a muscle movement while you are doing it. So
Can you
release that
demonstrate
one.
the claw snap at you? So we understand like this is not what to do.
So this is the one. So with this crab, you see how you actually treat it up. Make sure you actually keep this part because that is actually one of my favorite part to eat as well. We don't normally throw it away, but if you don't like it, you can actually chuck it away actually. So as mentioned before, all the tips have to be cut away because they are not going to. It's not going to be nice during for the presentation, but it's also very sharp and it could hurt you while you're eating. So with this one, because it's such a nice look at the meat, it's so nice and beautiful. So I will just discard the rest of the part as well.
So when you cook this dish, like the whole crab is one dish, or part of it, or a quarter of it?
So the whole dish would be the Singapore chili crab because when I can eat the whole crab myself
My goodness.
because it's such a beautiful dish. We are very lucky to be in Australia, especially in Queensland, in Brisbane, because we have all this beautiful seafood and we got to enjoy them. So look at the size of the claw. This is the best part of the crab.
How do you eat it? I always have problem. These are fake teeth, I can't do that.
So I'm going to show you how to do that.
Yeah.
So first, grab this one, chop that. And so don't worry when the muscle is still moving because it's just the muscles. So this is the meat. Look how full are the meat. That
Wow,
is why I
yes.
love a good Harvey Bay crab, mud crab, because they are very, very full. So put that one in the colander. Because you definitely want to keep all the juices, all the juice.
All right. So while you're cleaning it, I'm going to show you how to make the salad dressings. So basically, fish sauce. It's good to eat, but not good to smell. So equal amount of fish sauce and lime juice. So 2 tablespoons fish sauce, 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And then, what else should I add to it? Oh, chili. So I know, actually, not fresh chili. I have this. Sriracha.
Ooh, sriracha.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
One of my favorite actually, sriracha. So one of my recipe in a chili crab is not a classic Singapore chili crab. We call it Emily's chili crab. I do put sriracha and some fermented pineapple sambal in it.
Wow.
So it's a lot different. It has got, but it's really, really spicy. If you really like spicy food, a different way of chili crab, you'll definitely enjoy that. So yeah.
Perfect.
So
So I mixed the sriracha into the sauce. And then pour it into the salad. And then I mix it a little bit. Actually, best to use fork. just to break the tuna pieces. Once you break the tuna pieces, I have the butter. Maybe 1 tablespoon of butter. A little bit more. And now the work begins. So you have to like kind of break the butter and mix the butter and tuna together. So over to you, Emily.
So you got butter in the tuna and everything and break it together?
Yeah,
Wow.
just mix it together. It's kind of like smooth. But it takes a while.
That's the best part about the tuna, isn't it? Butter, tuna, butter, mayo, everything with the tuna to make it smooth.
Yes.
Good. So the other one I'm going to show you is by the time when you finish all this crab, how we cut it into pieces with the claw. So this is the trickiest part because if you don't do it carefully, you could have broken everything and you won't be able to get the meat and everything.
Oh.
So yeah, so this is the middle. I normally use the back of the knife. This is a cleaver. This is my favorite cleaver. Usually using a cleaver to do the to actually not killing. I'm not going to use the kill. What is the word again? So use the cleaver to actually treat the crab. Is the best way. So this is the middle here because this is the part that is also one of the best part, but it's hard to get. Middle, give you a good thing. Sorry, I'm thinking about my husband at the moment.
Okay.
So,
Poor
yeah.
guy. What his name?
Thing. So before that, using the back of the knife with the claw. I know a lot of time you've been watching YouTube or TV show. They are showing you to use the back of the knife to crack it. But my trick is to get it done nice and clean, and still have a good presentation while putting on the plate. Is to just give it a good crack and see how it's done. This is a one good set. And then make sure you reserve the juice. As I said, they are tromali. It's called tromali. They are the best part of the crab. And there are a lot of umami when you put it in the Singapore chili crab. So this is the wok that I'm actually put some oil to have a bit of shallow fry on the crab before I actually put the sauce. So it's actually a very quick process.
So you fry the crab first before you still fry it?
I actually, we call it flash fry because you want to make sure the meat is nice and firm up.
Yes.
So that when you put the sauce into it, it's not going to flow everywhere. Because with the meat here, if you can see, this meat over here.
Yes. Oh, it kind of like loose.
If you come out, if you don't fry it and you don't firm up the meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would this trick work with other seafood like prawns and fish and things?
Prawns, not really, because the prawns are very firm. The fish, not really as well, because they are pretty firm. It's about the crab, actually. So mostly the crustacean or even lobsters. If you have lobster and everything, try to sear them up.
Have you tried lobster chili lobster? Is
Chili
that a
lobster
crab?
crab. Yeah, the most popular one that I had in my restaurant is the ginger shallot.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you want to try to do one while we're doing that? Or are you okay with it?
I'm happy. This is quite difficult, you know. Try to make it smooth. It's not like it's an art form. It takes time and practice.
So crack it again. I'll show you the second time. Crack it again.
Oh,
See
man.
how when you do that.
I
it's
want to
going
see
be
your kitchen. It must be like splash all over the wall.
That's why we do a very, very deep cleaning. So with this, the back of the knife, crack it, and this is how you got it.
Wow.
And with that one as well, just need a little bit of muscle because it's such a very big crab. Sometimes the shell can be very, very hard, and sometimes the shell can be a little bit a little bit thinner. So depending on what sort of crab. But if the crab is really full and is very, 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 how to say, if they have a good crab and full crab, we call it full of meat. Normally the shell is harder. It's an older crab, we call it. And with this one over here, the shell. Because this shell is actually pretty useless.
Huh.
You cut it off here on the side, and it's actually quite easy to take it off, actually.
I never thought people could cut crab shell like that.
Yeah, you can cut it. You need a very good cleaver. So this is a very good cleaver that is very, very heavy.
Very sharp.
Very sharp. And then using the end of the knife, cut it off.
Whoa.
Because this is the bits that you don't want to eat. So when you move that, you will take off the lungs, the gills, everything out of it. So in just one movement. So put that away. So it's a bit messy at the moment in this. As I said, there are a lot of juices.
As for decorations.
Yes, that one is for the decoration. But I also tend to eat this. So I'm not sure whether when you cook the crab, do you eat this part? I know in Asian culture, from in my
Yeah, we do.
family, they are the best part
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
So I do normally have a toothbrush, but don't worry, I never use a toothbrush to brush my teeth in a restaurant. So I normally have a toothbrush to give this place a good clean because it's mud crab. There's a lot of,
Of mud?
muds. Yeah.
Ah.
So, but because I don't have.
We have plenty more of that if you need a fresh one.
Oh, that's all right. So we just put a bit of that.
Yep.
Or
Oh.
the other trick is put a bit of oil.
Make it shiny.
Could be, but it's actually a lot easier. Look how clean it is after that.
Yes, it's faster to come off. What about soda bicarbonate?
Soda bicarbonate, some people actually use that, but I never really bothered to use it because this is the best way to do it actually. So you see how clean, you just need to make sure they
Wow,
are
it's
nice and
already
clean.
white. Yeah.
So as I put it here, so right, I will leave it
Yeah.
to you. And then
Yeah.
the next step I'm going to do is put some flour. Sorry, it's a bit messy at the moment here.
Oh,
just-
I'm gonna put more sriracha sauce in it because it's not spicy enough, but it's sour enough and salty enough. It just needs a little bit more spicy. And once I mix them all together, and this is it. Thai spicy tuna sandwich. Oh, actually not quite sandwich yet. It's just like the stuffing. So the best way to eat this is with toast, but we don't have toaster. Because when you do the toast, it's kind of warm. And when you spread the tuna, the butters melt on the toast. It's really yummy. And this is really strong taste. Because when we put it on the bread, it kind of dilutes the taste a lot. So if you make it kind of like not too strong, when you put it on the bread, it is not very yummy. You could also put it on the crackers. I might just use the cracker, an easy one. Are you going to do the frying now? Or?
Almost.
Almost,
So
okay.
which one you prefer? I will do the
I'm
frying
going to
now.
put one on the crackers just in case people like to see how it look like.
So before I do the frying, if you don't
Yeah.
mind me saying that.
Oh, actually, it could turn into a canape. Okay, I add a little bit of chili and one coriander. Oh, sorry. Then I put it on the plate. Here we go. $50. Tuna, spicy tuna crackers.
See, you actually put me a lot of stress because I haven't finished cooking it. Already
I'm
have
just
a
about to
dish.
start the second one.
Oh no! So I haven't finished the first one. So this is the crab that I've used a potato starch or even cornstarch at home. You don't have to put too much of the cornstarch because otherwise it will taste, it has a very, very thick sort of coating. But depending on you, sometimes the thick coating can be very good because when it has thick coating, when you fried it, it can actually soak up a lot of the sauces, the Singapore sauces. So when you eat it, you can actually get the whole thing. So we just put that and shell a little bit of that. And then tap it. This will be a very, very messy process. So the first thing I'm going to fry is the claw because, as I say, they have got a lot of meat. So you just kind of like shallow fried it. So once the oil is around 150 to 160 degree, turn the heat off because you don't want it to be continue heating up. Otherwise, either you overcook the crab or the juice from the crab you splash out and you don't want to hurt yourself in your own kitchen. So this is the one, the claw. As I said, this is the best part, okay? I always fight with my family for this.
It looks so pretty. It's already go orange.
So it's the, sorry. So you can smell that at the moment. So
Yes,
this is only
it smells really good.
So this is only the first part.
How long do you fry it?
So it depends though. So when you see the shell turns the color, so take it out. So this is my serving plate. I'll just put it here first. So you see how when the color, as soon as the color turn to orangey, take it out and put it aside.
So this is what you call the flash fry.
The flash fry, yes. This is only the first step. So when you see the fire is getting weaker, as I said, I don't have a thermometer. or anything. But having said that, if you have a thermometer at home, a temperature gauge, you can see it for 150, 160 degree. But if you don't have it, that's why you just have to use your sense.
Yes.
See it. And then while you are frying that part, as I say before, when you do the frying part, sorry. Oops, okay. So when you do the frying part, the claw, the bigger part, has to go in first because they are the one that can cook really slowly because the meat is very thick. And then once they are almost done, then you put the rest of the legs and everything.
Oh, it's not quite fizzling anymore. Not too hot. Wow, smells so good. Just for you two
And
people, this smells really good.
Okay. So as you can see, the color, as soon as the color change, this is only the first step.
How many steps?
So there's there will be 3 steps.
Oh, cool.
So second step is this one.
So Emily, why do you have to put it in the flour first?
So you can actually get, so that the meat is, it actually helps to coat the sauce, just like how you do the pasta. All the
Alright.
shapes and everything.
So
when
the
you
sauce
put the
stick to the surface?
it stick to the surface, and then actually when you eat it, you can actually eat all the sauces out while you are sucking all the shells. I do suck the shells and everything because I think they are the best part.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, all right. So you see, as long as it turns the color,
Yes.
take it out.
Wow, that look really
So
yummy.
they are only partially cooked. They are not fully cooked at the moment. They are only partially cooked.
Yes.
All right.
So this is the last 2 pieces?
Last 2 pieces.
And
Because
the
you don't
big
want to you don't want to overload the wok as well.
Right.
Because when you overload it, it's very, very hard for you to get that. You want to have that a bit of caramelization and also fried it nice and firm. You see how the meat turns
Yeah, they
firmer.
stick together really
All right.
nicely.
So they stick together very nicely. So flash fry, so as long as it turns color, it's actually quite a pretty, it's a very quick process. So every time when you put the batch, around like 1 minute or even like 2 minutes, and that will be enough. The last part would be this one.
Ah, the best part.
That's the best part. So this is a slower process. And while I'm doing this,
Yeah?
I will be.
Oh.
Are you going to use this one
Yeah,
at the
I'm just about
moment?
to fry egg.
All right, not a problem. You use the fry egg, but
Okay. So I just want to wait for you to finish your. Oh, can I do now?
no problem. We can cook together.
Okay. So Emily teach me how to use this amazing pan. I normally use a Teflon pan at home. So non-stick pan.
Teflon pan is actually really, really good.
Yeah, it's for people like me, for the artists. So Emily said like I have to wait until smoke come out, then I can fry my eggs. Otherwise the egg will stick to the pan and then I won't finish my cooking.
All right.
Smell very good, Emily.
All right, so this is the
Oh.
sauce here. So that is why I say it called tromali. Sorry, I just have to discard all these gills. You don't want the gill inside. So this is tromali. That's what we call the umami. So the next time I'm going to finish it. I promise I'm going to finish this cooking within 2 minutes. You can count, actually 5 minutes. Give me 5
Oh,
minutes.
I'm still waiting it to be hot. Yeah.
So that is the best part, the shell. So you can smell that.
Oh my God. Yes.
So now the
That's a really big
crustacean over
dish.
here.
So that will be shared between 2 of us.
I might be finishing it by myself, actually. Or you can have it.
You put
So
oil
keep-
into the sauce.
Yep, so keep the oil because
Yes.
the oil you can keep it to fry your egg. That's why I want you to wait for me a little bit
Oh, I
so
can
that
wait.
I can give you some of the oil to fry your egg.
Oh,
So it is a crab oil, it's crustacean oil. They are really, really good when you stir fry anything, even with the
what is the
prawn.
fried eggs? Are good?
They are very good with fried egg.
Okay.
Do you want to try to do one fried egg without the crab oil first, and
Oh,
then
okay,
the other
cool.
one with the crab oil, and see what you
Is
what
it
you
hot
taste
enough,
like.
Emily? Should I put my
Definitely
finger
it's hot
in?
enough.
See if it.
It's ready.
Perfect.
I promise this is ready. 100% is ready.
Okay. So I could have someone to blame. So basically, I just put the egg in. I'm sure you know how to fry eggs. It's not very exciting. Whoa, Emily, can you stop the splitting?
The other trick is,
Ah.
oops, I always got a lot of things.
You got a trick how to stop that.
I have what I call a treasure box. So this is one of my favorite things to do with the fried egg.
Ah. And look what I have, a fork.
I wish I can do like that and flip, but I just don't want to make sure these two eggs
Yes.
go into your eyes.
Yeah.
So
Whoa. You know, this is the different thing I find between Australian fried eggs and Thai fried egg. When I cook this dish for my friends, they all like amazed because we fry eggs like well done and it's crispy. But here in Australia, you fry egg kind of like runny and it's not crispy. So yeah, it's a kind of a culture shock for me when I first come here when they order a fried egg and it's still not quite cooked. But now I learned the Australian way.
oops.
Okay, I think I should flip it now. Woohoo!
All right, maybe you can turn. Do you want the sunny side up? So I will turn
I
over
want
here
it
for you.
completely cooked.
You want a completely cook? Okay.
Yes, yes. I don't want it runny.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think it should be fine. No?
Ooh.
All right.
Oh my
No,
God, cooking is dangerous.
So, all right, this is the crab oil. It's heated up. So I brought my laksa paste. This is a little bit of the base when I stir fried it. So I put just 1 spoon, it's a very small spoon.
Oh, the smell.
So can you smell it now with
Oh,
all the
yes.
spices?
Can
So
you
this-
smell it, YouTube? Click yes, click like if you smell it.
This is the Singapore chili sauce that has already prepared. And it will be in my recipe how I prepare the Singapore chili sauce from scratch. And
Oh, smells so good.
before that, I will just put this one, some of the Singapore chili sauce inside it.
What inside the chili sauce?
So it's inside chili sauce in my recipe. There's quite a long list actually, but if you follow step by step, it's actually quite simple.
Yeah.
So there are spices like chili, definitely chili, ginger, garlic, and coriander roots.
Oh,
So they are all blended together. So while you're heating that up, and I have also another secret recipe, which is the chicken stock. So you make your I make my own chicken stock using a chicken bone. So as you can see, the Singapore chili sauce is already thickened.
wow.
You can either coat it or you can put that inside it. The reason why I par cook them,
Yeah.
so that I can put this and some chicken stock. Normally, there is a measurement in the recipe as well. But as a chef myself, I always go by feeling, okay?
Yeah.
So it's a feeling that you can
That's
see.
actually what happened to my mom and my grandmother too. When they teach me, they just say like, well, you just taste it, how you like it.
Yep.
They never do like a 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoon.
No.
My grandmother said because like lamb, it's different. Some of them really sour, some of them not so sour, depending on the season. So you just taste how you like it. I think that's the secret of Thai food. So what I'm doing here, I'm just like cutting celery, just get the funny bit off. What do you call this, Emily, this part? This bit.
I think it's a
The
stringy. I always call it a stringy part.
Yeah, the stringy part, yeah. It's not very nice when you
Stringy
chew
part.
it, yeah. So my salad have celery and capsicum, mint, coriander, and colorful tomato. Easy. You can do this at home.
All right, so the Singapore chili sauce, as you can see, is starting to boil. Now you see this beautiful consistency. As I say, you keep the tromali for a reason. So see how
Wow.
the smell and everything.
Yeah,
so the
and
chili
it's quite
sauce.
thick.
And put it in and watch the magic. So give it a stir.
Yes.
It looks like an eggy consistency. Can you see that?
Yes.
So this
It's
is what we
suddenly
call,
become very thick, like creamy.
and that is what we call an umami.
Ooh.
So that's the umami part of the crab. So while it is thickened like that, as you see, it is like a natural thickening, and it's still boiling. That is the time when you put all the meat back into it, And then just let it sit and let it cook for another 5 minutes.
Wow. So this is the second fry.
So this is a second fry. We call it a second cook. So when you cook like that, I'll make sure this one is the last part because this one is already been cooked. So what I do is cover that up. So if you, of course, you have a lid or anything, you can cover that up and let it sit for another 5 to 10 minutes because this is a 1.5 kilo of the mud crab. So it takes a little bit of time to cook it. And when you cook it like this, the good thing is because how you crack all the shells, the juice, the stock, everything, all these beautiful spices will go inside the crab. So when you eat it, it's not just eating the crab itself, but you can taste all the spices in every pieces of meat, I promise you.
Wow. So at your restaurant, when people order this dish, you cook it fresh every time?
You have to cut it freshly. I normally show it to my customer just like how I show the crab to everyone. And then, of course, I will not cut it in front of the customer, but I cut it in the kitchen.
A performance art. So because it takes quite a long time to cook one dish.
If you have a professional environment, yes, but I think I can imagine cooking at home. It can be a bit tricky. So that is why I prepare some of the sauce jars over here, and I use the actually encourage some of my customers to actually try the sauce jar at home to try to cook the crab, so you don't have to prepare from the spices, like blend the spices step by step, but you can just use it straight away, and it's just like how I pour it all together inside it and then cook it with a nice chicken stock. So I will encourage you to try to make your own chicken stock at home. So you can either buy the chicken carcass from the butcher, or you can actually get the chicken drumstick or chicken Maryland from Woolies or Coles. And then you just put some water, simple chicken stock, water, seasoning, ginger, and you also have the onion as well.
Carrot?
No carrot. Depending on the stock, depending on what you really like
How
doing.
long do you boil it for?
So now I turn it, so as long as you turn it to the boil, I actually turn the heat down so that it will continue to simmer. So while I'm simmering this one, I'll keep this oil in,
Is it hot?
so it's actually still, no,
You
not
want
really
a bowl or
actually.
something?
No, it's all right. This is
gonna
not,
burn
this is not a very hot oil anymore.
Okay.
All right, so while I'm doing that one, while this is simmering, I will do my laksa.
Woohoo!
So laksa is also one of my favorite dishes to serve it. So as you can see, this is a beautiful hand-pulled noodle from my restaurant. So I didn't make the noodle, but I actually try to support the local producers. So there is this person who make the noodle for us freshly, and then we get it every week. So this is how it looks like, but this is the cooked noodle that I put it here. So I'm going to put that in a bowl later on.
All right.
All right.
So I'm just chopping things.
So yeah, you will continue on doing. So while it's simmering like that, you see how it's actually, look at the color.
Wow.
It's beautiful. You can smell the spices. Can you smell the spices?
Oh my goodness.
So this is how it looks like. So you see how it's nice and simmering.
So that's the step 3 or step 2? This second fryer.
So this is the last part of the fry. This
Right.
is the last part of the simmering. So look at the color. It's nice and beautiful, and you can smell the spices as well. I will encourage some of the customers to encourage you guys to come and actually have a good smell of the crab as well. So and maybe you can try some of the crab too. And when you eat the crab, it can be very messy, but that's the fun part about eating the crab.
Do you provide like aprons and things at the restaurants to protect your customer from the messiness of the crab?
Not really. They really enjoy being messy. That's the good part about that. So this one, letting it sit for a little bit. And then we got some of the crab oil. As I say, the crab oil is, we can keep the oil, the crab oil. They are really, really, really full of flavor. So put that.
Can you use this trick with prawns? I eat a lot of prawns, so I can
Yes,
like.
you use this at stir-fried prawn. I
Yeah.
promise you,
Yes.
it's one of the best things you ever done for yourself. Do yourself a favor.
I shall
keep the
now.
oil.
Yes.
Keep the oil.
Yes.
And sometimes you can use the oil as a dressing for your salad as well.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So this is my laksa paste. This is what I normally I actually do this laksa paste freshly. every week because we tend to sell a lot of that. So just 2 spoons. And you can see the color. So the trick is I actually got a lot of beautiful ingredients from my garden. I always tell my customer I get a lot of the ingredients from my garden. So we have got curry leaves. And this is the turmeric leaf for decorations, but you also can eat it later. And we also have the kaffir lime leaf.
These are for the laksa.
For the laksa, chili and also lime. Lemongrass as well. And obviously I also have coconut cream. This is one of the most essential part of the cooking. And also chicken stock. So while it is simmering and turning to the low heat, because you don't want to burn the spices is already cooked. So you see how it's nice and simmer beautifully, and also the smell as well.
Wow.
Before you cook the coconut cream.
Okay.
2 spoons or 3 spoons.
What's the difference between coconut cream and coconut milk?
So coconut milk is a lot more diluted. So coconut cream is a lot more thicker. So why do I put this 2 spoons to do it? Because I want to break the coconut oil out. So when you break the oil out, and
that's why the curry has the kind of oil layer at the top?
Yes, that is what you want. Bingo. Hey, you can cook.
No, I can eat, but I can't cook. I know how to eat curry. I know how the good curry and bad curry, but I don't know how to make a good curry.
That's a challenge. You need to try my curry later and see whether
Yes,
it's a
and I
good
give
curry
you a
or bad
verdict.
curry. So we'll let everyone have a taste later. So you see how the coconut cream is already break, the oil is coming out. While it's simmering, you see how all this oil breaking out?
Yeah.
And then this is when I turn the heat a little bit lower.
This oil is coconut oil, so it's healthy, I guess.
Everything is healthy when you eat in moderation, I believe.
Yeah.
We are what we eat, actually.
So, do you know why they're making the oils on top of the surface of the curry?
It's the flavor, the oil. As you say, crustacean, they have the oil. And then the oil is actually it's a lot of flavor. Drinking the stock itself without the oil doesn't really taste anything for laksa.
Yeah.
So when you see the oil is breaking, and the curry leaf to stir fry a little bit.
Yes.
I will use lemongrass as well, but because we already have a lot of lemongrass, the fresh lemongrass that I put in my curry paste are all from my garden, by the way.
Nice.
So they are already in it. So when it is ready, more coconut, so you want it to make like a soupy consistency. So
well, my theory of the oil thing is because in the old day, we cook curry, right? We don't have refrigerator. So we have this oil surface, so it kind of protect the curry and then make the curry last longer.
Yes, exactly. In Malaysia as well, because we don't have a good refrigeration system, we don't have ice or anything, we do that as well. And you can keep it outside. But funny thing is, we can actually keep it for 1 or 2 days and we still eat it because curry, they are the one who actually help. All the spices, the dry curry actually help to preserve the meat, believe me or not.
Yeah, and then because the curry is a lot of spice in it, the coconut is actually help settle in your tummy. So when you eat Thai food and you get like really spicy, don't drink water because it make it hotter. Just drink milk or coconut milk. It stop the heat.
All right, so that one, I actually have a jar here. It's funny how when you're cooking on the stage, it's like you are running away and try to look for yourself.
Where is my spoon?
It's very, very impromptu as well. Yeah. So now the curry is already come to the consistency while you put the coconut milk inside it, and you see, thicken a little bit, definitely. And now, the other part is the chicken stock.
The one you made earlier.
The one that I made earlier, that's correct. See all the soup, the consistency, and look at the oil that break up, and you look at the oil that come out of the stock.
Yeah, so that's the curry I remember. This is good curry.
This is what I call a perfect curry. So when you see the oil break up on the top, the redness, the smell, and you can tell whether it is very hot or spicy or not by looking into the color. So of course, the last part, so this is the consistency. Depending on how you want it, do you like your curry to be very soupy or you like it to be
yeah, I like-
really thick?
I
So
like soupy, yeah, so I can
soupy,
spoon
not a
it
problem.
and
Okay, I will
drink
put,
it as like a soup.
So put a bit of coconut milk again. So let it boil. You
Is
don't
that-
want to boil too much,
No?
all of it, because the coconut milk it tends to split.
Right. So is this a way for you to stop me eating your chili crab? So you make like the laksa how I like it? So I eat the laksa, but I can't eat the chili crab.
Oh, trust me,
Very
when you eat
clever.
it, well, actually you can eat both of them together. So what are you doing next?
I'm making the Thai sauce. So basically the same sauce as earlier, equal amount of lambs and fish sauce. And this time I'm going to add a little bit of palm sugar to it. If I put 2 spoons of fish sauce, 2 spoons of lamb, I put 1 spoon of palm sugar. I'm a bit nervous. I saw a few Thai people here and they're like, oh, Vifu, what are you doing?
All right, here you are. See, when I finish while my stock is simmering, so you put that in the lowest heat for it to simmer, but not boiling, because over boiling it, you will split the coconut cream, and it will not get not just a soupy consistency, but you see a lot of curdle, the curd inside it. So you definitely don't want that when you have your laksa. So here you are while I'm doing that. And look at the crab, it's now fully cooked. Look at the meat, what I mean by coating the potato starch. See how the sauce all coat nicely, beautifully, and evenly on each of the crab. So the best part is the claw, and you see how it actually coat everything on top. That's what you want for a chili crab. And not only that, and look at the parts of the body. See how
My
that,
God,
because when you
so
eat
glossy.
it, you want to eat the whole sauce like that.
Do you put noodles in it?
I actually use it roti.
Oh.
Have you heard of roti? Anyone heard of roti? Roti canai, have anyone had it before? They are really, really good with roti. Traditionally, you will actually use what you call it mantao bun or the sweet milk bun.
Ah, the
But
soft one, the
The
soft
soft one,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
You
yes.
fried it and you dip it. It's nice, sweet, and you just mop up all the sauces. But the thing is, for me personally, I prefer roti because you know how the roti flaky, a lot of buttery. So that's why when I saw your
We actually
butter,
we actually have roti and the green curry in Thailand too.
oh, I love the green
Yeah.
curry. Thai green curry is my absolutely favorite. So I will just, if you see the color, if you like a bit of spiciness, you will put more. As I say, I actually have the recipe. You can go to APT10 online to look at my recipe how to make sauce spices. If not, you can always give me an email or
Or just go
messages
to
or
your
anything.
restaurant
Oh, you come to my
and eat it,
restaurant, I'll
yes.
cook for you.
You don't have to cook.
But I do encourage everyone to try to cook this at home because it's actually a lot of fun. I know it will be a process, it will be messy. Trust me, you will be crying at first by curing the crab. But once you reach this point, you'll be like, this is the best part.
Emily, do you have a professional way to open a plastic bag?
A professional? I'm just kidding.
So I just chop it like this.
So normally,
Yeah.
you already did it.
Sorry,
Before you do
I'm a
it.
bit too fast. So I need to chop this into kind of like very fine, so it melts easily.
Okay. So this is a very, very messy plate at the moment.
Put it in. Whew, it's gonna be fantastic.
So
Oh my
that's the
God, I
raw.
forgot to fry this.
What you forgot to fry?
Dry trim.
So the dry shrimp. Let me prepare that for you. Or maybe you can use my water. So you see how my laksa soup now is at the right consistency. So I will put that one back for you so that you can have a good fry on that. Come, do
Perfect.
that. I just put that on top. And then I will just continue with my crab because they are all done.
Oh
Look
my
at that. So they're
God.
glossy. They will put it down
They
here in
look
the
so
plate.
amazing.
They are very, very big piece. And every mouthful, I promise you, you will not just get the crab meat, but you also can taste every single slices, every sauce, juice. You can imagine chili, ginger, garlic, and lots of love.
How do you recommend we eat this? Fork and spoon? Hand.
That's the most traditional way. Do you actually use hand to eat when you are in Thailand?
No, I use my feet.
That's a new way.
Hand is, you get messy.
By the way, when you come to feed, we actually sit down on the floor and we eat our crab, any dishes, even the laksa and everything. We use our hand. Obviously, we don't use hand to eat laksa, but we actually use the chopstick and everything. We just do the whole bowl, but we love to sit on the floor because we feel like this is what we call a family way of eating it.
Yeah, and actually, one thing I want to say, like Thai food, we normally use fork and spoon, not chopstick. Chopstick, we only use it for noodles.
I thought you all like to use hand as well in Thailand. don't you?
Yeah, we do too. But here in Australia, like sometimes I go to Thai restaurant and then like put chopstick next to my fried rice. It's like, wow, this is not the Thai owner.
So right, so this is the last bit of the whole thing, and then of course you do a bit of taste. And then you need to season it, depending on whether you like it spicy or not. If you think it is too spicy, you can put a little bit more sugar. But I like to put a bit of chicken powder, which is what I do in my laksa soup, and also the Singapore chili sauce.
I'm frying my
Ooh,
my
spicy but good.
what is it called dry
Just
trim
need a
now,
little
and it doesn't take very long, so I think it's cooked now.
So
I fried it to make it crunchy.
This is like literally a cooking competition between us, hey? I feel like I'm on the master chef at the moment. We are doing like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You have an experience. Actually, I'm quite
Oh, that
nervous.
smells really, really good.
Yes, I learned from you. I make the what's called prawns oil. You make crab
Prawn
oil.
oil?
You make crab oil. I make prawns.
Crab and prawn, they are all
Yes.
crustacean.
Yeah. Oh my God, it smells so good.
I can smell it now, actually. That is beautiful. So,
Thank you.
Okay, so when the taste is, when you taste it, it is the right taste. The last part is called the shell and called the innard. As I say, this is the best part. Cover that up. I like to do a bit of presentation like this because it's like, my mom always said when you cook the crab, you need to present the crab in a way that it looks like it's catching the money. It's not about the money, okay? You will catch the money and then you will be rich for the rest of your life. That's what she say. But
Come on, prawns, catch the money for me. I have like hundreds of them here. I would be
that's
so
what they
rich.
believe. They are very, very superstitious.
You only have one crab, sorry.
So my mom can be very superstitious when she told me that, I said, oh, this crab is going to help you to catch money. So you need to present it. I think my mom is just trying to get me to do all the plating, all the dirty job at the end of the day. So that's how my mom actually tried to do. So they give you a good vibe. So this is how I like to present my crab in a way where it's holding money. And turn the heat off.
Let me see.
And then the last part is, so
Wow. That
You
looks
can-
amazing.
you can put egg to do a slurry.
Yeah, you asked for my egg, but then you don't use it.
Yes, because when I look at, depending on the consistency, because I feel like the tromali has already thickened it, and sometimes I don't use egg. Some people use egg, and some people don't. But I personally like to use the tromali better because they have got a lot of umami. And
It looks like
I-
lava.
Oh, it's lava, and also
Yeah.
there's a lot of what we call. It's a lot more spicy because I love my spicy food very much. So this is the whole Singapore chili crab, and I will have a little bit of garnish as well.
Yeah, how do you decorate it?
I just throw everything on the top.
So while you do that, I'm going to present you with the fried egg salad. So here you go. So I present it this way, lots of colors, but basically very simple ingredient. I only fry the prawn, the dry shrimp, and the eggs. So you could do this at home, very easy. How to eat it is, I sometimes make it as a performance, but normally I would have like kind of bigger bowl. So what I do, I would just, so should I mix it now then? Or should I leave it as it is? Leave it as it is. Yes, perfect.
While you're eating.
Ah.
Leave some for me, okay?
Yes.
So,
So
because I'm going
basically,
to let you try my crab, so
I-
you better leave some for me.
it's really, it's not a very good exchange, but I do it.
So with the oh, sorry.
Yeah, I would just basically, I just mix it with the sauce. When people in Thailand do it, they put everything in the big bowl and mix and serve. But for me, when I serve this for my
You
friends,
eat it in the bowl just like that before you serve them?
no. I test it. But
Okay,
for me,
that's
when I
good.
serve for my friends, I make it in a big bowl and then like make it kind of pile of vegetables and put the sauce and like cook on the table, like mix on the
Right,
table, it's like a
right.
kind of performance. And then the eggs come at the end because it's in the bottom, and people go, "Oh my God, it looks so good."
Wow, it looks so nice and so fresh. It reminds me of Thailand because Thai food are all about freshness. It's just very fresh, a lot of spices, a lot of herbs. And I do love Thai food very much. A
And Thai
simple
people.
food. Thai people.
And Thai
like you.
artists.
I do love you.
Emily, thank you.
And-
Yeah, so wow, how are you going to
Okay,
decorate
so
that?
the decoration is I'll get some nice edible flowers from my garden, and you also got as I mentioned before, the curry leaves from my garden as well. Fry them, and you will get this sort of color. It's very, very fragrant once you fried it, and it turns to that beautiful sort of jade color.
Oh wow.
So jade
Yes.
color.
So crispy as well? You
Can be
fry it.
crispy.
Yeah.
So you can try one. So it's very fragrant. So you like this color.
Oh.
And my mom always say you need to fry this color like a jade because jade is money.
It's a
That's what
bit
you always
salty
say.
too. You put something in it, it's a bit salty.
Yeah, so we're seasoned. So once you fry what is still a bit, the oil is still there. Sugar, salt, some pepper.
It
and
tastes,
that's
it tastes like the seaweed that you buy from shop.
Oh,
like
yes, it is.
Yeah,
It
Japanese
is.
seaweed.
It does
yes.
reminds me of that. It does. So with this one, I'll just give it a good mix. Fried shallots.
Oh, yes, fried shallots. Do we have some?
I do have some. Here
Yes.
you are. Fried shallots, a crispy
Perfect.
part. So put it
Yes.
on top.
Yes, I put it up here as well.
And then a bit of chili. Chop a bit of chili for decorations. If you want to impress your mother-in-law
No,
or your father-in-law
no. Why would I?
or your partner,
Yes, that,
Okay.
yeah.
it's a bit of flour, a bit of love.
Oh, that's so colorful.
So you just give it a bit of love, we call it. And this is a finger lime from my garden. I do love to use finger lime because first, it's native to Australia, and second, believe me or not, it has got a lot of flavor.
Right.
It's not normally on the Singapore chili crab, but because we are in Australia and we are more on the Asian fusion sort of restaurant.
Yes.
And I would love to introduce some of the native
So
ingredients to my
What's the
customers
difference
too.
between the two, apart from the shape
So
and things?
this one, when you cut it, it's the wedges. But when you cut this one
Yes.
into a half, have anyone seen a finger lime before? So this is what we call a caviar.
Ooh!
So look at that, that's popping up
Wow.
like
yes.
a caviar. So this is a vegan caviar.
Can I taste?
So this is a vegan caviar. So I tend to put that around here.
Oh, it crunch. Oh my God.
It's so
Oh.
beautiful. Yeah. It is. I welcome everyone to have a taste. I'm going to cut some and then let everyone taste. They are from my garden. It's fresh. I freshly picked that today just for all of you to try. So I'll cut that later on and let everyone.
It's very crunchy.
It is very crunchy and it's very, very sour.
It does, yes.
It is very sour. That is why it's very good with the seafood. So this is how I actually serve my Singapore chili crab. So here you are. And then while I'm doing that, last part about my cooking is the laksa. So I will let you finish with that.
I
Have you
finished
done with
that already.
Can I eat that one? Or maybe we will eat that later
Yeah,
on, okay?
I'm just going to
At the
put
very
a
end
few
of the
more of
cooking.
the canapé so people could taste if they like it.
Okay. So with the bowl, actually, is this my bowl? Or that's the bowl? Okay.
Yes, that's your bowl.
Okay, cool. Just tip that one here. That's a huge bowl.
It's all for me.
It's all for you, okay. So normally I actually have a smaller bowl than this. I don't know why I have such a big bowl. So I blanch a noodle here. Okay, actually that might work. So now the laksa is ready. So of course I make sure I will season that. Salt, sugar, and a bit of chicken powder as well. So you see how
It smells so good.
so that's the smell that you want.
Can you use this different kind of noodles, or it has to be egg noodles?
Traditionally, we call it yin yang noodle.
Yin yang noodle.
Yin yang noodle. So yin yang noodle, which means is the egg noodle. We call it yellow sort of that Hokkien noodle.
Oh,
We
Hokkien
call it
noodle, yes, 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 yes,
So
yes, yes.
Hokkien noodle and a very thin vermicelli noodle
Ah,
that we are doing.
I know both of them.
Vermicelli with sugar. I personally like it a little bit thicker and soupy because I like the coconut cream. But of course, for you, Wipu, I would add
Thank
a
you.
little bit more of the chicken stock so that you like have
Yes.
that beautiful soupy consistency.
Thank you.
And also,
Emily is the best.
I will add some more spices for you because I want to see you cry while eating the chili.
I will cry. I'm Thai. I'm from Thailand, but I don't eat spicy food. I don't like hot spicy food.
Who can eat really, really spicy food here? Like really, really spicy. I know you do.
2 person,
2 person.
3.
Do you know? Can you eat the we call it chili padi or we call it bird eye chili? It's spicier than that. Have you tried that before? That is what I call it at your own risk chili. And I actually sell it in Emily Yo and always challenge my customer. It's called it at your own risk chili jam. 9 out of 10 of them love it, but they say they couldn't take the 3rd spoon. So yeah, I will challenge you the next time.
How
And
many
they-
can you have?
I think 1 spoon, yes.
wow.
1 spoon is enough. All right, beautiful. So now that we have the noodle, all right. Sorry, I was just a bit messy at the moment. Oops.
You know, cooking and
Cooking
messy.
can be very messy.
Yeah, but it's
actually.
very fashionable. If you're cooking and then like all nice and clean, it just look like you don't know what you're doing. But if you make it look very messy, it's just like Jamie Oliver. Or if you're like, okay, you can heat this in microwave.
I call this is a laksa super bowl, okay? Because this is such a big ball. We do have laksa challenge at Emily Yo. So it's like the whole duck and 1 kilogram of noodle and then 2 liters of the soup. So anyone who up for the challenge, let me know. We do have a couple of customers who came in here to do the challenge.
Wow.
One of them made it
Yes.
and it's free for them.
Oh my
and
God.
the rest,
Have to pay.
they will pay. Or they're happy to pay it, actually. They're happy to pay it because it's such a big portion that is actually fit for 3. So if you can eat noodle or ramen noodle for 3 person at one
what?
go, welcome.
Go for it.
So this is
So this is not the normal serve you serve at the
So
restaurant.
this is not the normal serve, definitely. So right, this is the duck leg. So we roast our own duck. I wish I could bring the whole duck, by the way, but this is the duck leg. And it has been blowtorched a little bit. So what I do is that this is my best part. This is the best part of the duck. Do you like to eat the duck leg?
I like the breast.
You like the breast?
I don't have one, so I eat one.
So for me, we always, in my family, we always fight for the leg.
Oh,
'Cause
then
they
you
are-
become my best friend. We don't fight for it.
We don't fight for it. We make good friends out of it.
Yes.
So this is what we love about this part because it's a lot, like we like to suck the bones and everything and then get everything out of it. So this is how I do it. Do a good chop. Oops. So put that duck leg around here. If you're greedy, I'll give you 2 because sharing is caring.
Wow.
And then how I serve my laksa is definitely different than a traditional laksa from what you had in any other Malaysian store. So I do use 63-degree egg, which is already been cooked 63-degree for 63 minutes. That's how you have the perfect consistency over here.
How do you measure the temperature? Like, you
So
have
I
the
just put that,
thermometer in it?
At home, if you have a sous vide machine, you can definitely use that. Or if not, you can boil a water if you have a temperature gauge to do it, 63-degree. And then you keep boiling it at that consistency. 63 degrees or 67 degrees, it doesn't matter, but you
For
can
how
do
long?
it for 45 minutes to 1
Wow.
hour. So you will get this consistency.
Wow, it's so runny, but it's so delicious.
It's so delicious. So I'll put some raw garnishes, which is the raw curry leaf, because it has got a lot of flavor. Fried curry leaves, fried shallots
The
around
best.
it, one of the best.
Coriander?
Do you like coriander?
Love coriander.
Beautiful. So coriander, a bit of the chili as well.
Wow, look at how you chop it. Look at my chili, like how thick it is.
Sorry, I'm just imagining my husband at the moment. Just kidding.
Poor guy.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
One
He's
for
not
husband,
the-
one for my
I think
kids.
that's the reason. That's the reason why he's not on the show. He's not one of the audience because he knows I'm going to mention his name. So yeah. So this is how we but
Yeah.
the way I do it, because I love my kaffir lime. I know this is not a regular laksa that you're having, but because this is how I love eating, this is how my family eat it. Kaffir lime fruits, I will grate that a little bit of the zest because I like it to be nice coconut creamy, but then you can taste the freshness as well. This is a bit of
Ooh.
of my family style of eating it. So it's the freshness, you can
just-
smell the
yeah.
freshness.
This is
So
just like
zest
making
that.
mocktail.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I prefer cocktail.
Oh. Well, we are best friends, so we won't fight for the alcohol too.
Bit of kaffir lime
Yes.
leaves.
Very finely chopped.
That's how I like it. So this
And you clean your
then-
hand on top of it.
because I like the smell of the kaffir lime as well. So
Oh, it
this,
smells so good.
and then either you put lime or a char lemon. I like char lemon because it will definitely give a zest to the laksa. So this is how I
Wow.
do it. And if you like to make a bit of color, as I say before, edible flowers, colors, and then chuck it off.
Beautiful. Not just only tasty, but it look good too.
So this is my bowl of laksa.
Yeah, and this is my tuna salad and the egg. We're done.
We're done, yay! Shall we taste? Thank you so